walking.
So you guys are in the
Like,
spoiling business now, huh?
yeah, you guys, I can't wait to mess that up. I
I
can't
remember what it was
wait
like. I
to
remember what it
walk
was
in
like
a
being on that
Ford
end.
Field. I can't wait to walk in the Ford Field and just ruin your guys' hopes and dreams.
Our,
Like, I'll be seeing you in LA in
our
early
fans won't let
January.
that happen. Our fans are crazy. What up, you guys? This is St. Brown Brothers with the 33rd team, here to talk football. One of the craziest weekends of NFL football and holidays, spirits, and much more. Let's start with you, Nimi. EQ. First of all, how are you feeling? I know, honestly, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I didn't watch your game. I didn't see much of the game. They showed, when you're playing the game, they'll show highlights, whatever. And then I get in the locker room. I got a text from Joby, my agent, talking about, first off, EQ is fine. I'm like, fine. Like, what happened? And then my mama texted me saying that you got hit on a third down. I'm like, what the? I tried to look it up. I couldn't find the video. Like, what happened?
Yeah, so basically it was the first. We had 2 false starts to start the game off. It was 3rd and long, probably 3rd and 12. I had a basic route, caught it, boom. I was running. I just watched the video just now, but I was running, and then he had me around my waist from the side, and then my momentum was going sideways, and he kind of alligator rolled me, and then swung me down, and then I just saw boom, I hit the ground hella hard, and the game was cold as shit. So this time of year the grass is rock. Yeah, I just hit the ground with the back of my head hella hard, and I was a little bit out of it, and now I'm in the concussion protocol, but I'm feeling better. It's not serious.
That's
Hopefully
good.
back to ruin your guys' hopes.
I had one of those against the Cowboys, I think week 6, but I didn't hit the ground. I ran like a little receiver screen, boom, caught it. Was getting down. Anthony Barr, bro, hit me with the back of his arm right in my head. Were you dizzy on the ground?
Oh no, I was on the ground, and I tried to get up. I'm like, oh shit, I couldn't get up for a second. I'm like, yeah, I had to lay down. I'm like, fuck that. I
was
knew
dizzy.
right
I
away.
got up. I got on my knee. Got up. I was supposed to get the ball to the ref. I gave it to Josh Reynolds. I was like, the fuck? The ref was like, yeah, beep, beep.
Oh, so
get him to the sideline.
Oh, so you were actually dizzy.
I was dizzy.
I thought you said you were just.
I didn't know the rules. I don't know if you stumble, you're done. The whole Tua thing. So now, if ever you stumble, or if it's a tight game and I'm, I don't know how I get hit in the head, bro. I'm just laying there. I'm acting like my ankles hurt. I can't, bro. I need to be playing, especially that Cowboys game. I felt good after too. I was like, damn. I mean, I respect the league for looking out for us, which is the most important thing.
I was not feeling good, and especially it was freezing cold out there. It was 12 degrees, but it felt I don't know what it felt like, -9, -5. Or not negative, but it felt 5 degrees probably. Cold, wind blowing, grass was rock solid.
Yeah. How cold was it? I heard Jalen Hurts after the game say he's never played in any weather that cold. Bro, I played.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I played in cold weather. We were just playing in cold, but what did it get down to? What was the?
No, basically Chicago weather is different. I was in Green Bay for 4 years, and everyone knows it gets cold in Green Bay. But even when it gets cold in Green Bay, it's not windy. The wind is what makes it worse. So even in warm-ups, when you're out there, you're like, damn, it is so cold. But when the wind stops for 5 seconds, you're like, oh, it's not that bad. The sun's shining. It's 20, 15 degrees, whatever it was. But once the wind starts blowing, it gets so cold. My coldest games in my career have been in Chicago away games.
Colder than Lambeau?
It's the cold. Yes, bro, colder because it's the windshield. No one thinks about the wind. This upcoming game on Christmas Day, whatever it is, or Christmas Eve, is gonna be it's gonna feel like -16.
What's it called?
That's gonna be brutal.
One of our teammates, Khalif Raymond. I don't remember you guys played the Titans in the snow, COVID year, and you scored.
Yeah.
He was on the Titans. He said that was the coldest game he's ever played in.
That wasn't even that cold. That's the thing. That wasn't today. Sunday was colder than that. That was just it's just cold air. It's when the wind is blowing, you can't get away. You can't get away from it.
Technically, you guys are more north. You guys are one of the.
Yeah, we are, but the wind is the winds make it 10 times worse. It's unbearable. But it's NFL. You got to play with it. Hopefully, one day they'll get a dome. Every NFL team will have a dome.
I just saw Justin Fields broke 1,000 on the year.
Yeah, I think it's a record for the Bears, but I think he's approaching the record for any quarterback ever. I think he needs 200 some more yards to break it. And I didn't know that till just recently. But he has a good chance of breaking it, especially these upcoming games.
What's it like? What's it like playing with him? I know. Shoot, I've never played with a quarterback that can run like he can.
Dude, I've never seen it either. It's unreal. Like I don't know how he does it every week. Every week he just has a crazy ass run. Like he's like I don't know how it happens either. Like he just breaks tackles. You know what it is though? He's he's fast, but he's also really
Yeah, I
strong.
remember
Like
when we
it's
played
hard
you
to
guys.
it's hard to get him
When we played
down.
you guys was like the last drive,
The
bro.
last the fourth down.
I was like, please just bring him down. We had three. He like broke 3 tackles in the back. I'm like, no
It's
way.
harder. It's hard to take him down. Like he's a strong
But
dude.
then again, he's
So
not going to get any. He probably won't get as many roughing the passer calls as other quarterbacks because he's staying up. He's taking these hits. Think about it. Like
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like the dual threat quarterbacks don't get as many roughing the passer quarterbacks. Like I see it all the time, and this bullshit. You know, he gets hella rough. He gets like even on the sidelines, bro. When he gets hit on the sideline, like that's roughing the passer. Like he gets none of
but
those calls. Jared Goff is
he's
getting
laying
that.
dudes out. Like he's probably laying them out, running off the sideline.
No, no. He also needs to like he's also flopping too. Like even when you flop sometimes on the sideline, you're supposed to get that call as a quarterback. They're supposed to protect the quarterback. They're not doing their jobs, but you know, I think it has to do with him running the ball all the time. It's like makes I don't know if it makes it difficult for the ref, but we need to get some calls for sure. But yeah, that run, he definitely should have not like that should have been a
Yeah, you
touchdown.
need
Like I know
to
he stepped
break
out of
that down.
bounds.
You need to break that down for me. I need
Bro,
to see this.
I was basically I was in the locker room, right? I was on protocol, so I was watching. I was in the hot tub watching on my phone on a stream on the internet, and the TV in the locker room was like a couple seconds ahead. And the one of the dudes came in like, "Do you see Justin?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "What just happened?" I don't know what just happened. So he just walked out, and I was watching on my phone, and I just watched the play. Like, damn, he just broke like hella tackles, great downfield blocking from Bayless and Cole Kmet and them. And yeah, it's just Birmingham stepped out of bounds. That was a crazy ass run. That would have been a touchdown. That would have been
Yeah,
wild. We ended up scoring it.
I saw it on Instagram
Yeah.
or Twitter, and I looked at the stat line, and he said he had no rushing touches. I just saw this on Twitter. Like,
Yeah. He stepped down like at the 5, like, but that was a crazy ass run.
that's
Yeah.
crazy, bro. You think he's gonna break Lamar's record? Well, how close is he?
I haven't been paying attention to it, but if I had to guess, it's like 200 some yards
So he
away.
has three
How many
games to
Three
get
games.
200.
So he needs like 75 yards per
Yeah,
game.
75. Yeah, I mean that's doable.
That is doable.
But you know when that
and knowing him, he will break a long one out of nowhere, just boom, quick. If you're not paying attention, you don't have QB spy, playing man coverage. It's
when
over.
when records are looming over your head, like that pressure is like fuck.
It's hard to get to it. Yeah, it's hard to get to it. But I don't know if he's focused on the rushing record. At the end of the day, I know him. He's a quarterback. He wants to throw the ball. He wants to throw in touchdowns, all that. So we'll see. It's still great stats.
I remember in college, like watching him. He's the same class as me in high school. We did like I don't know if he's told you, like at the Rivals 100 or whatever, 5-star challenge. He was my quarterback. We won the whole thing. Like last game, championship game, he threw me like a Hail Mary. I caught it. It was crazy. But
really,
I remember like in college, he was never really running like this. Like he is now. I do not remember him breaking tackles. Like he's just going crazy right now.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe the wideouts aren't getting open. I don't know. Maybe you need to do a better job getting open.
I don't want to speak on it. We're a team, so I know.
Maybe the wideouts aren't getting open. No separation.
I'm not gonna talk on it. Let's talk about your game. That was a nail biter. I heard. I just saw a clip about they had a chance to, tie it up at the end. I seen Brock, Notre Dame guy, scoring a long touchdown. Hey. We just love to help you guys out. Notre Dame guys are everywhere. You don't hear any USC guys make plays, but run me through your game.
It was a good game. They had I'm not gonna lie, Jets have a good defense. We did have. I feel like we had a lot of penalties that killed us. We were driving like first drive, boom, get it at the 25, drive it all the way down to the 2-yard line. They stuff us 4th and goal. We go for it. They stop us. We're like, damn, like
you guys always get stopped in 4th and goal. What is that?
We have one of the best runs on offense in the league right now. Just hand it to.
I'm talking about fourth
hand it to
down,
Jamal and he gets in. And this is like one of the first times that we didn't score. We're like, damn, pretty solid defense. So boom, our defense goes out there on the 2-yard line, whatever. Our defense, boom, stops them. They punt it. Cleve catches it on like the 50-yard line, cribs it. His first punt return touchdown of his career. Everyone's super happy for him. Khalif's like one of the best teammates ever.
I seen your
he's one of the best guys ever. Reminds me of like Aaron Jones. I know you played with him. Like just everyone. Everyone loves him on the team, so everyone was super happy for him. He never had a punt return touchdown. That was his first of his career. So it was honestly the spark that we needed because we felt like we should have scored at the 2, whatever. But then we go back out. Zach Wilson's playing for them. Fans are going crazy. Jets fans are kind of rowdy. I did not know that too because we played the Giants earlier in the year. It wasn't nearly as crazy as this Jets game. Like Jets fans, I did not know were that rowdy. But it was a good game throughout. We had penalties that killed us, a lot of holding calls. Try to run the ball. And we were decent, throwing the ball, a good pass defense too. But we had 4th and 1 to win the game at the end. We had to go for it. We call a little, I go on a motion, like a little dash motion out in the flat. I'm not covered. I'm covered. I'm not open. Boom. Brock Wright, Notre Dame guy. Little high route. Starts off by blocking down, and the last minute comes out. He's wide open. I look back. He catches him, like, just go score. And I don't know if you know, Brock can run, bro. Low key fast. Like,
Yeah,
he
Notre
was
Dame guy.
moving.
Like, of course.
Running down the side. I'm like, he cuts back. I'm like, no way. Gets in. We're all lit. Boom. Then Jets get the ball back with, like, I don't know how much time they had left. Probably a minute, 50 seconds, but they had 3 timeouts. So they had all the time in the world. They're moving it. Boom. Garrett Wilson catches a big ball. They're like at their 40-yard line. Fourth down? Yeah. 4th and 18.
I seen that.
18 seconds left. Zach Wilson gets it. Boom. Escapes pressure, rolls out, buys so much time, chucks it over the middle. Elijah Moore just comes out of nowhere. Boom. Catches it, going back towards their end zone. Keeps running all the way to the almost to the sideline, gets tackled. We look at the clock, 0 seconds. Everyone's like, oh, game over. We're like running the field. One of my teammates is like, no, get off the field. I was like, no, let's get on the field. Fuck that. We're about to win. And then they're like, nah, add a second back. They added a second back. 58-yarder. I'm like, bro, no way he makes this. I don't know if you know. Talking about
what was the weather like? Was it raining or was it just
like
normal?
30, probably 38.
Oh, that's not
cold
bad.
with some wind.
Yeah.
58-yarder. Greg Zerline. They call him Greg the Leg. Boy has a cannon. I'm like, no way he makes it. I've been on the other end of these type games.
Yeah.
I'm like, can we just please miss it one time? 1 second left. Boom, he kicks it. Like when it's deep, they usually kick like line drives. I'm like, and our special team is good. I'm like, we might block this. They're going to kick that line drive right over it. We didn't block it. I'm like, oh shit. I'm looking at it. I'm like, this has a length. Now I'm just looking at the crowd to see out the reaction because I can't see the angle. And sure enough, it's wide left. I'm like, oh my gosh, please, yes. I was so happy. The whole team, we were so happy. But like, shit. Talking about craziest games, like I said earlier, the craziest game I've ever been a part of. I don't know about you, but last year we played the Ravens, and Justin Tucker made the longest field goal ever.
That was crazy.
Off the doing.
It dinged.
I literally had flashbacks 2 days ago.
From the other day.
I literally had flashbacks yesterday thinking about it, like, there's no way he makes this. 58 yards, there was wind. Literally, I was looking at we were trying to look at the goalpost to see where the wind's going. We're throwing up turf, like, where's the wind? Please be going the other way.
What's the craziest game you ever been a part of that you won?
That I won?
You have one or no? Yeah.
I would say college against UCLA. It was crazy. COVID year. Good game, going back and forth. We were all scoring. They go down to score with like, I think it was 40 seconds left on the clock. I was like, bro, it's over. We lost. They kick off to us. Gary Bryant gets the kickoff, takes us to like the 50 or the 40. We're like, oh my God. Boom. We get the ball. First play, I think, or first or second play, Tyler Vaughn's deep ball. Moss the dude. Now we have like 20-something seconds left. I don't know how many timeouts we had left. Boom. It's like we're at like the 15, 10-yard line. Call a fade to me. Game winner against UCLA with like 18 seconds left. That was probably the craziest game I've ever been a part of. What about you? What would you say?
Now that I'm thinking about it, I would just say it would be my junior year of high school. I went to Orange Lutheran my freshman year, and I transferred out of Olu to Servite. And Olu has never been Servite ever, really. I don't think at that point. And then my sophomore year was the first year Olu beat Servite, and I was so pissed because that was my old school. All my old teammates were talking shit and all that. Boom. Junior year, we're playing them, and we're losing the fourth quarter. Boom. Hail Mary situation comes up. I don't know if you remember this. And and Travis throws it up, and I catch that bitch in the end zone for the win, bro. They were so mad. Like, whenever I went to a party and I saw the Olu players, they were so mad at me for doing that to them. Like, I'm like, bro, it's just a game. But I'd say that was my craziest ever game. But in the NFL, my first ever game was Sunday night against the Bears at Lambeau. The first half, we couldn't do anything really. And Aaron got hurt. He went back in the locker room, and Sean Kaiser came in. Boom, boom, boom. Fourth quarter, Actually, I don't know when Aaron came back. I think Aaron came back after halftime. But fourth quarter, we're down 20-3, and then all of a sudden we just, I think Gmo scored first, then Randall Cobb, then Devontae Adams, just boom, 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 and we won that game. That shit was
I remember
crazy.
watching that.
Like Sunday night at Lambeau, fireworks were going off. That shit was so hype. Aaron came out the locker room hurt, just balled out. That shit was crazy. That shit was lit. I mean, this is what NFL is like. I'm like, that's gonna be dope.
Did you
But,
did you see the ending of the Patriots Raiders game?
Yeah, dude? That reminds me of what happened to them when they played was it the Dolphins? It was like a little Hail Mary situation too, but they pitched it short and they just
Oh, yeah,
ran
that
it.
was
It happens to the Patriots
no,
all
that
the
was
time.
Patriots.
Yeah.
Patriots won. They beat the Dolphins.
N-
Oh no, they lost.
No, they didn't.
Dolphins
No,
won.
they
Yeah,
lost.
yeah. Our
Yeah.
coach, our offensive
Yeah.
coordinator was on the. He was on that Dolphins team. He always
Really?
reminds
Yeah,
us.
that reminds me of that. I'm like, dude, I know Devontae was so happy. I'm just watching them like, dude, ain't no way that just happened. Like, I forgot who showed me
Let me
on the phone. Like, some said,
let's watch this. Hold on, I think I have the video right here. Oh yeah, so what
bro.
they
See, personally, you need me throwing the ball out there. That would never
no
happen.
look.
If I
So
was
they
back
go
to
for
throwing
like
it
this is
back.
like a draw on 3rd and 10 with 0 seconds left. Breaks the tackle, boom, boom. Pitches it back. Jacoby Myers gets it.
But there was no one there.
He's thinking, oh, I think he was throwing it back to Mac.
He
Threw it
was.
short. Chandler Jones picks it up. But when I was watching this, you see a
Yeah.
stiff arm? I'm like, that boy's taking cane protein. That stiff arm was crazy, bro. He, like, I understand it was a quarterback, but still, for a defender to do that,
And
and
personally,
broke
as
the
a
tackle,
quarterback,
I'm like, no
I
way.
got to make that tackle. As the last person, you got to make that tackle. You can't just let that happen. Like, that's for the game.
I saw a stat. I think it was on Twitter. That was the second game in NFL history that got won at the end of regulation by defensive score, or something crazy.
Yeah, that probably never happens ever. Probably, those situations almost never happen.
Like, well,
Yeah, in a tied
that's
game.
the last thing I'm thinking is gonna happen though. If I'm the Patriots,
Yeah, me too. Like,
that's a heads-up play by Jones though.
they needed better. Patriots needed more guys back there. I don't know if everyone was on
He
the
was
right
looking
side.
back so he doesn't get caught. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, they need more guys back there. That was not a
The
smart
Vikings
design.
game was crazy too, bro. So we're on a flight to the game. We're getting the plan. We're like, you guys see the score? We're like, nah. It's like they're down 22-0 or 20-something-0 in the first quarter. So now everyone's in our plane is watching it. We're tuned in. And then before half, right before the plane takes off, it's like 33-0. So we get on the plane, we sleep, we wake up. Everyone's like, Vikings came back. I'm like, no way. I watch it. I turn it on. Dalvin Cook touchdown on like the first play on like the little screen. They're back in it. They go for 2. TJ catches it. Tie game. They go to overtime. They win. I'm like, bro, that's probably the craziest game. First of all, the biggest comeback. Everyone knows that. But the craziest game that I've like watched or didn't watch and thought they were gonna lose. Craziest game ever, bro. Like no way the Colts did that. And I feel bad for Matt Ryan, honestly. Everyone's posting that stuff about him losing that and the Super Bowl. I'm like, dude, that's what are the odds?
I mean, what are the odds you guys make it to the Super Bowl? Like, you guys are like a few games away from. What's your situation? Run me through the breakdown of what you guys need to do. You guys need to win out clearly.
Yeah,
who needs to lose?
We need to win. We need to win out. That would be best case for us. And then the 3 teams ahead of us that need to lose. I think it's Seahawks, Commanders, and Giants. What Giants and Commanders just played, and Giants won, so that helped us. But those
Commanders and Seahawks.
Yeah.
Right? If they both lose one more game and you guys win out,
then we have. I think we're in. Yeah. But
you guys have a chance.
We play the Panthers this week. Good team. They just I think they beat the Seahawks a few weeks ago. I was watching that. Sam Darnold.
Keith Taylor,
my boy Keith
on that team. Yeah.
JC Horn's playing good ball, so it should be a good game. I'm excited to play. I don't know the weather. I don't know what the weather's like in Carolina, but it shouldn't be too bad. It's more south, so it should be better weather.
Yeah.
I just hope for no rain. That's always my biggest fear is rain, because then
I've had like 3 rain games.
Once it rains, that ball's not, or you can't throw as much, or it's just factors that I don't need as a receiver,
Did you watch the World Cup before your game?
Bro, what? So
everyone was watching in my locker room. I had it on my phone right when I woke up. I woke up like at 8:45. Game started at 9. Boom. Got the stream on my phone. I was watching it all up until fucking game.
We had it.
I was like, oh
so we pull up to our away locker room in New York, it's all on the TVs everywhere. I'm like, oh shoot, this is nice. So I was watching it in the locker room getting ready. And then at some point we go out for like those pre-warm ups, come back in. It's like 90th, 80th minute, and they turn it off. I'm like, why are we turning the game off? And then someone on the team said it's a distraction. Like I think one of the coaches said it's a distraction. I'm like, oh fuck. So I go out. We go out for warm ups, and they had it out on the field. So I'm like, oh, I can watch it here.
Yeah, they did for me
I was
too.
damn near watching the whole game during warm ups, and then we go back in the locker room right before the game. Come out. It was 3-2 Argentina with like
in overtime.
115 stop in the 115th minute. I was like, oh, it's over. Argentina won. So I go back in the locker room.
Yeah, I was sick. I
had my Mbappe celebrations ready if they won. I'm like, I come back out. It's 3-3. We're in the tunnel. I
texted you. I'm like, it's not over yet.
We're in the tunnel just waiting to run out, and I'm just staring at the screen, looking at the game. Like it was in the stadium. I've never been like. It's probably the craziest thing ever. Being right before a game, watching the World Cup final. Like,
yeah, I was last one to leave the locker room because I was watching on the one of my teammates' phones. I was watching the PKs, and it was like, dude, I saw France miss 2 in a row. I'm like, and Argentina had made 3. I'm like, they basically lost. So I just walked out because I was like, I knew like the odds of France winning in the PKs after they missed 2 already. I was like, bro, I was so sick. I'm happy for Messi, but I'm sick.
We're in the tunnel, ready to come out. We run out, boom. Game's still on, and now they're doing the player intros. The Jets are. I'm like, oh, please don't take the game off. So they have 4 screens. You played there. They have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
One of the screens was the Jets intros and stuff. The other one was the World Cup final, and it was PKs at the time. And anytime Argentina made or missed, the crowd would go crazy, and they weren't even paying attention to the runouts. No one was watching that. They were just watching the game.
Of course, it's a World Cup, man. Like, come on, World Cup.
But think about it. What other country in what other country are they not focused on the World Cup final? Like, the whole world is stopped, but us. I feel like.
Yeah, of course.
It's crazy
because we have a lot of other sports.
Well, it's the World Cup final. Like,
it's growing. It's growing. It's growing. It's growing. It's growing. It's gonna be here in 4 years, and I think by that time soccer will be more popular. And then once we have it here, we'll start winning games as a country.
Like, try to think of another country that.
Oh, there isn't. That's the number one sport in the world for every.
Like, we're lacking.
Probably, other than ours.
We have issues.
It's okay. We do a lot of different, like, metric system. Fahrenheit, Celsius. We do a lot of different miles. We don't have kilometers. Like, everything is different around here.
Boy, Mbappe is something serious. Hat-trick?
Yeah, he put 2
hat-trick in the World Cup.
But put 2 back to back in like 2 minutes.
That one goal I was watching, the second one he scored was crazy, bro.
Crazy. When I watched it, it was so quick. Someone said Mbappe just scored. I'm like, bet. I go to watch the phone, and I see a replay of a second goal. And I thought someone told me he scored off a PK. I'm like, this isn't a PK. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, shit. He just put another one in. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's 2-2. I'm like, let's go. And then I was at warm-ups, and then one of my coaches said, Messi just scored. I'm like, fuck. And then it's overtime. I'm like, that's game. I get in the locker room, and then I'm like, oh, right when I get in, I see Mbappe about to take a PK. Everyone's watching, and he fucking knocks it in. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, bro,
he
so
fucking
crazy.
lost.
Right when they made the last Argentina made the last PK, they just shut it off. Put the Jets intros back on. I was like, damn, no way Mbappe just lost. Bro, winning back to back is so hard in the World Cup.
Is the Ronaldo Messi debate over?
Messi's goated. Has Ronaldo ever won a World Cup?
Never.
Damn, so it looks like Messi's the GOAT. Sorry to break it to you, Messi's goated.
I can't get behind that. I'm still a Ronaldo guy till I die. So it's my guy.
Different out there. I'm sorry. I watch Messi like dudes can't knock him off the ball.
He does.
So quick.
He does.
Let's talk about.
But also, Ronaldo's older though.
Yeah. Let's talk about you guys. Bears versus Bills. Big game. Bills. Some people say Super Bowl favorites at the beginning of the year. They just beat the Dolphins. In a good game. We played on Thanksgiving. It was close too. What do you guys? I mean, you guys haven't watched film yet, but.
Yeah, obviously they're a good team. It's about to be colder than last week. I think it's going to feel like -16, I want to say.
Feel like -16 in Chicago?
Yes, on game day Saturday. It's going to be brutal. So we'll see how they do in the cold. We'll be out here practicing in it all week. Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. Like, we play everyone close. We're a tough team. We had a lot of close wins. Close losses, like a lot, like 1 score, all of them, I think. So it's just we got to find a way to win the games. Like, so I think with these last 4 games we have, we're playing Eagles, Bills, Vikings. You guys. I think we have the toughest remaining schedule
Really?
out there.
Well,
Yes,
yeah. Counting
between the
counting us,
Eagles,
yeah.
not counting you guys. Eagles, Bills, and Vikings. Like they're all like. I think Eagles lost 1 game, Bills lost 2 or 3, Vikings
So you
lost.
guys are in the
Like,
spoiling business now, huh?
yeah, you guys. I can't wait to mess that up. I
I remember what
can't
it was like.
wait
I
to
remember what it was
walk
like
in
being
a
on that
Ford
end.
Field. I can't wait to walk into Ford Field and just
Our
ruin your guys' hopes and
our
dreams. Like I'll be seeing you in LA in
our fans
early
won't let that
January.
happen. Our fans are crazy.
I'll see you
Let me
in
ask you
LA
this:
early January.
you haven't played you haven't played in Ford Field one. Has it like?
Hold on, I really got to go to the bathroom. Hold up, I really got to go.
You hear this, Mike? What is this? Shit breaks during the middle of a podcast?
A few minutes later.
Damn, bro, what are you doing? Drop some Joey's off.
I had to drop the kids off. That's cool.
You had to sit down.
Real quick.
What had the BGs?
My stomach was bubbling. Oh shit.
What are you gonna do Christmas? I know Mama's at your place right now.
Yeah, we're gonna have a game, and then I don't know. She wants to get a little dinner, get some food at some spots, some rooftop in Chicago. So we'll probably do that. And yeah, just spend time with my mom. What about?
I know people probably don't know this that are watching, but we celebrate. Our tradition is celebrating on the 24th, Christmas Eve. It's kind of a German thing. I know a lot of Americans, they celebrate on Christmas on the 25th, but when we were kids growing up, we opened them on Christmas Eve at night, which I always liked. Which I talk to other people like, what? No, I wake up in the morning happy,
Yeah.
open my gifts. I'm like, no, I went that night. I was waiting all night to open the gifts. Santa came. I don't know when he came. It was always crazy. We were out the house. He came when we were gone, and we opened gifts, and it was always a lot of fun. So
yeah, I think it was more of a thing that we were impatient. I didn't want to wait till the morning. I kind of want to open them up that night. Like you can't sleep at all that night if you have to wait till the morning.
Yeah,
brutal.
that would be horrible.
Brutal.
Or you wake up we wake up the next morning, we can play with our toys, whatever it was. We can play with it on Christmas.
Yeah.
We always had a head start. It was always
Yeah,
fun.
cool.
But I feel like getting older now. Christmas, bro, honestly I don't even think about it too much. I'd rather give people gifts than get gifts.
Yeah, Christmas is more of a, now that I'm older, it's more a thing for little kids or, in your receiver room. I don't know if you guys are doing a white Santa or Secret Santa or White Elephant. Secret Santa or White Elephant. Yeah, we're doing that. That's always fun to do with your teammates. But other than that, like it's just, it's more for little children.
What's your guys' minimum? You guys are doing it?
Yeah, our max.
Max, min.
No, our min is, I put the min up. Our min was 500. Our max is 1,000.
Why is there a max? Wait, what?
Because I don't know why. That's how they did it. We don't go crazy. I don't know. What's your min?
500. If you want to go crazy, go crazy.
I know, but I don't know. Yeah. All right, sign us off.
All right, guys. That's it for us, St. Brown Brothers on the 33rd team. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We got more ball, more holidays, and more football to talk next week. We're out. Deuces.
You said more ball, more football.
I know I fucked up.